Taking a full deep breath in. And as you let it go, soften everything, all in one go. And imagine a box in front of you. You're going to follow the outline of the box as you breathe. So along one edge, you breathe in. As you turn the corner, you hold the breath. When you reach the next corner, you breathe out. When you reach the next corner, you hold your breath. And then you've completed the the square, as you begin to breathe in again. You can make your box shape whatever shape you wish. As long as it has 4 edges. You can make it rectangular and breathe in and out along the long edges and hold the breath along the short. If you're feeling adventurous, breathe in and out along the short edges and hold your breath along the long edges. When you completed the next round of your box, stop the count, relax your breath. And then bring a little movement back in. Maybe it's by wriggling the fingers or wriggling the toes. And if you're laying down, you're going to make your way up into a seated position if you're seated. Okay, everyone then, when you are seated, you're going to place your feet hip distance apart into a comfortable seated position. From here, take your hands behind your back and then just roll your legs side to side. It might not go very far, but tune into that feeling coming from the very crease of your hip, where the bone, the ball of your femur, so your thigh bone, is just rolling from side to side. Bring the feet in together, let the knees drop wide, sit a little taller. Then you're going to tilt your head towards your right shoulder. I'm going to face you. Then turn your eye gaze towards your right armpit. Twist, so turning your eye gaze over your right shoulder. Return back to the armpit. Bring your chin down towards the centre of your chest, the middle of your chest. Then take your chin and eye gaze towards the left armpit. Taurus, so look over your left shoulder. Keep putting both shoulders down. Return back to the armpit. Turn your head so your ear goes towards, your left ear goes towards the left shoulder. And return to upright. And then we're going to repeat that the other way. So go to the left first, tilt your head to the left shoulder. Drop the chin down towards the armpit. Keep spreading the front of your chest. Look over the left shoulder. Drop the chin back down to the armpit. And then let the chin roll down towards the middle of your chest. At the same time, just let your head hang, but melt your shoulders and all the muscles that attach to your spine, soften them. Gently lift your head. Sorry, turn your chin towards the right shoulder. Look over the shoulder. Drop the chin towards the armpit. Turn your ear to the right ear to the right shoulder. And then return back to upright. Sweeping the arms forwards, pull your knees down towards the floor. You don't have to go far, so focus on pulling your belly in and back. Softening the shoulders, not worrying about anywhere that you need to be, just enjoying the feeling. If it feels good, actively pull your knees down towards the floor. So you're engaging your inner thigh to do that. Lift your torso, lift your chest, sweep the arms behind your back again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press down through your sit bones so you can then relax your inner thighs a bit more. Pull your abdominals in, so the upper abdominals, just underneath the rib cage. Pull them in to lift your whole rib cage up. Taking your feet hip distance apart, so 10 round this one. And then sliding your legs out along the floor. Walk your hands in a little until your torso is upright. Yeah, if your hands don't quite touch the floor, don't worry. Turn your fingers towards the back, so behind you. And you may need to have your hands a little bit further back and lean back if you can't get your hands on the floor. And then what you're going to do then is bend your knees, flex your feet, and then shift your bum over towards the feet. You can stop at any point you wish, but keep your torso lifted so we're not sunk into the abs. Yeah, so you just adjust your position, draw the shoulder blades back and together, and then press down to your thumb and the second finger a little bit more. Lift your bum, slide your hips back. You may need to lift the heel of your hand to get through, and then pull the belly in and fold over the legs. So you don't have to go far either, especially right now, and feel free to bend your knees a little bit. You just need, in the whole bending the knees, your aim is to still feel your hamstrings lengthening. So you adjust them, work out where you need to be. Gently sit yourself up. Take your hands behind, turn the fingertips away from you again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull your abs in so you feel connected and strong to your torso. Lift your bum, slide your bum forwards. Again, go slowly so we don't sink into the shoulders and we don't relax the torso like this. You may want to go a little further, you may not. Lift your bum, slide it back. Land with your legs where they need to be, maybe bend them, fold forwards. engage your abdominals, and then just pull your knees upwards. So you're engaging your quads. Notice then how it becomes a little bit easier to pull yourself towards your legs. Gently rise, take your hands behind your back, turn the fingers behind you. Plant the hands, spread the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull the belly in so we're not flaring. Lift, slide forwards. Again, stay connected to your whole torso. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Not so sure about that. Lift your bum, slide it back in. Forward fold. So here, if it also, what might feel nice is just to give your little butt cheeks a little separation, which then helps you to fold forwards a little easier. Gently push through the heels of your feet. And at the same time that you're pushing your heels away, see if you can then drag your hips back. Gently rise. Yay. Turn yourself over. Take your knees wide, feet together. Come into child's pose. When you're there, press your armpits to the floor and then just look along the ground, even if that means coming up a little bit higher. If it feels nicer, just keep continuing to push your body back. Feel your armpits separating or sliding away from one another. Then try and reach your right arm a little bit further forwards without actively pulling the left arm back. Without moving your hips as well. Yeah, imagine you're trying to reach something and you're being really lazy and you can't bother to get up. Is that just me? Gently draw the arm back to where it was. Find a level position between your right arm and your left arm. And then slide your left arm a little bit further forwards. How deep can you go? And then level it out so both arms are equal. All right, make sure your feet are together. Then spread your fingers as wide as possible. Eye gaze towards your hands. You're going to pull yourself. So imagine that you're climbing up a wall. You almost grip with your fingers. Pull yourself forwards. Lift your feet off the floor. Hips press down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and look forwards. Nice. Always try and get that feeling of lifting away from the floor with the upper body. Push yourself back. So we're going to do that again. Inhaling to come forwards. Exhaling to settle the hips down. Inhaling, lift and open the chest more. Exhaling, push back. Then breathe as much as you want here. Whenever you're ready to go again. Inhaling to come forwards. Lift the feet as you come through. Squeeze your bum as you push your hips down and exhale. Inhaling, push down from the shoulders to your fingers. Exhaling, tuck the chin, push back. And then again, choose to stay here as long as you wish. Whenever you're ready to go again, pull yourself forwards. If your knees are irritated by this, then you're welcome to place something underneath them. That's what that was for. Coming back when you exhale. Make your way into downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, pedaling the feet up and down. Then just separate the butt cheeks and lift the tailbone a tiny bit higher. Inhale forwards to plank. Shift the shoulders a little further forwards with the fingertips. Drop the knees if you wish. Elbows bend lower halfway. Inhale into either cobra or upward dog. Exhale. Drop the knees to the floor. Bend your elbows, lower your chest back down. Inhaling from there, back into your back bend. Cobra or upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Walk your hands back to your feet for forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need. Tuck the chin towards the chest, let your torso hang. Rolling up to stand on the inhale. Forward fold again on the exhale. Breathing in to walk the hands forwards. Find your plank, knees or toes. Exhale. As you go down, shift the shoulders forwards. Pull them away from your ears. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Exhale. Hold your belly in, bend your elbows lower halfway down. If you wish to, don't drop the knees to the floor first. On the next inhale, push yourself away from the floor. Exhale, hips up, chest back, downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet as you breathe in. Breathe out, pull the knees apart, but relax your spine. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Tighten the front of the abdominals so we maintain control. Walking forwards on the inhale. Gently draw your butt cheeks towards each other and your inner thighs tighten for control. Exhale, lower. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, press down through the tops of the feet, hold the belly in and hover. Inhale, come back up. Yay, super strong. Exhale, push the ground away. Nice. Downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Hang in your fold, shifting the weight more towards the middle and front of your foot. Inhale to rise. Stretch the torso up away from the hips. Exhale, maintain that length as you dive down and fold. Inhale, walk forwards. Nice. Exhale, knees or toes lower. Inhale. Yeah, you can even lift your hips like I did. Exhale. Lower down, that's the word I was looking for. Inhale, rise. Slide the tail ring down towards the feet. Exhale, downward dog. Walk the hands back to the feet as you breathe in. Breathe out. Let it feel amazing through the whole back line of your body. Doesn't matter how you need to adjust it. Rolling up to stand on the inhale. Forward fold on the exhale. Walking back forwards to plank. And flow. If you wish to take out the press, the extra press here, then you're welcome to. Especially when your arms start to get tired. This time we're going to go to down dog and stay. Right leg is going to lift the three-legged dog. At the top, bend the knee, open the hip. Inhale, shift to plank. Bring the right knee towards the left wrist. Nice, then we're going to come back. Take the leg wide, so we're going round. And then back into three-legged dog with the open hip. Land the foot to the floor. Left leg rises, breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knee, open the hip. Notice how the shoulders stay still and steady. Then we're going to come forward. So this is how we're going to return as well. So we take the knee wide, round and under towards the wrist, that's what it is, opposite wrist. And then sweep back, circle it around wide and back into three-legged dog. Drop the foot to the floor. Drop the knees to the floor. Child's pose. On the next inhale, you're going to step one leg forwards. I'm going with my right leg, so if you want to go right leg with me, you can. If you want to do the left side to make it easier to see a screen, then you can. So lunge. When you're in your lunge, shift your weight back, stack the knee underneath, so the hip over the knee, tuck the tailbone a little on that side. Then we're going to shift forwards, keeping that little tailbone tuck. Press the hip down as far as you can go without losing that. At the same time, check your knee stays in line with the middle of your foot, so it's not in or it's not out. Lift your foot off the floor. So again, if you need to, you can pad underneath the knee to make it soft. Pivot the foot round so it comes behind you and your hips are open. Then we're going to return that leg back, pull the hips back, lift the toes, and fold over the hamstring. Same thing again. So coming forwards, get that little tuck of the tailbone, lift the foot at the same time. Pivot that around so the hips are open. Nice. If you want to add in, take the left arm over into a side bend, and this hand can lift off the floor. Or you can keep it down. Do what works for you. Reverse. Or return back. Drag the hip back. Lift your right toes. Hamstring stretch. Pull the belly in. Coming forwards again. We're going to do 5 reps of this. So you lift the foot, pivot it round so the hip is open. Check this knee is still in line with that foot. Add in the side bend if you wish. Right, so we're reaching over towards the bent knee. Hamstring stretch. Unraveling. Swiveling the shin back round, pulling the hip back. You don't have to straighten the leg, just go for that length in the hamstring. Number 4, coming forward, squeeze the bum, pivot the foot round, find the side bend. Hamstring stretch. The whole time, think about connecting to your abdominals. So pulling the bottom of the rib cage towards each other on each side, lifting the pubic bone towards the belly button. Final rep. So now his legs getting a little bit wider and wider as they go through on this. We'll do the splits in a minute. Push down and forwards through the foot. That gives you good stability and connects into your bum. Hamstring stretch. Pull the hips back, swivel the foot round, drag your leg back. You may want to come deeper on this last one in the fold. Your choice. From here, come into a wide-legged forward fold. So take that foot to the floor, walk the hands round, so you may need to turn if you're facing away from the screen. Wide-legged fold, turn the toes in slightly. Tuck your chin to your chest. go the opposite way. So turn to the short edge of your mat, to the leg that you haven't done yet. Little lunge sequence. First of all, checking your position, so knee and foot are hip distance apart. Little tuck of the tailbone. As you shift forwards, pick up the leg. Slide this knee over the toes. We get a deeper stretch in the calf if you need it. Pivot that foot round. Spread your inner thighs open. Hamstring stretch. Squaring the hips, drag the waist back. Rep number 2. Squeezing the bum, lifting the leg, dropping it round. Adding in the side bend if you wish. Hamstring stretch. Rep number 3. Back into the lunge. Squeeze the bum. Keep opening forward, so keep pushing the bum forwards on the diagonal. Side bend if you wish. Hamstring stretch. Make sure you turn the shin back around, square the hips to the short edge of the mat. Rep number 4. The control is important, and that's a really good focus to have to improve range of motion and build strength. Hamstring. One more, shifting forwards. See if you can lengthen your inner thigh of this bent leg here, as if you're trying to push it more forwards. You can use your arms and your shoulder for a little bit of assistance there. Hamstring stretch. A really nice deep inner thigh stretch, if you can find it. Wide-legged forward fold. Place the foot down, lift the hips. Check your feet are level, so you may have to adjust them. Let yourself hang in the center. Then here, you're just going to shift your hips side to side. Just a little. If it's uncomfortable on your ankle, turn your toes slightly wider on the diagonal, toeing out on the diagonal. If it's uncomfortable with the hands on the floor, take your hands onto your elbows, but still get that feeling of tipping. So it's not a lateral lunge as such, it's still a forward fold. I actually really like the option of the elbows on the thighs, just because it does encourage you to keep tipping forwards at the same time. Make sure you've done an equal amount on both sides. Stop in the center, turn the toes forwards, forward fold. Rising up to stand as you inhale. Circle the arms wide, lift them overhead. Side bend to your left. And then this right arm here is just going to circle around to return yourself back to upright. Breathing in, lifting the left arm over to the right side for right side bend. Then letting the left arm circle around. Return yourself to upright. Same again, other side, breathing in. Breathing out. So at the same time you're moving the upper body, focus on pushing down and out with the legs. So the legs feel rigid, they feel solid, and they don't move. But if it starts to feel good, start to move your torso a little bit more as well. We're not going quite down into a forward fold because it's probably impossible without moving your legs from that position. So if you're still keeping that stability, you can test where you can go but it feels really nice in the lower back and the side of the body. Once you've done both sides, evenly both arms up. Extended mountain pose. On the exhale, then circle the hands behind the back and clasp. This time, slide your tailbone down. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Find that gentle back bend. Just from that upper body and that rolling back of the rear shoulder, the upper back muscles. Hinge. So soften the knees, spread the butt cheeks, come halfway down. Lift the knuckles up towards the ceiling and then continue to fold without letting the shoulders get any closer to your ears. Inhaling, come back up halfway, reach your knuckles behind, squeeze your bum a little, and then come all the way up to stand. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, side bend to your left. This time, bend your knees, come down to forward fold. Roll up to stand. Arms overhead. Circle them behind your back as you exhale. Squeeze your butt cheeks towards each other and then slide them down to the floor. Pull your belly in. Inhale, hinge forwards, reach your knuckles back. Exhale, continue to tip, squeeze the belly in more the closer you get to the floor. Inhale, move your hands first to start bringing you back up to halfway. Exhale, stand, release the arms. Inhale, side bend over to your right. This time, bend the knees when you can't go any further. Come all the way down to forward fold. Roll up to stand. Arms overhead, extended mountain. Exhale. Spread your arms as wide as you can as you take them behind your back. Clasp and push down. Inhale to flat back. Push your hips back by squeezing your belly in tighter. Exhale. Don't forget to bend your knees when you need to, or as from the very top, really. Start reversing the movement by moving the arms first. That will bring you halfway up. Exhale, push the feet into the ground to stand up. Let the arms relax. Inhale, side bend over to the left. All the way down into your fold. Roll up to stand. This is the final one. Exaggerate your reach out. Let it feel joyful. Exhale, hands behind, clasp and push down. Inhale to flat back. As you hinge, push your knees out. Notice how much more comfortable that is. Exhale, fold. And reversing the movement on the inhale, pull the knees even wider. Exhale, push the ground away to stand. Inhale, right arm up, side bend over. Sorry, that's left arm up, side bend to the right. Roll all the way down, soften the knees. Forward fold. Just hang in your forward fold for a minute. We're going to keep the legs wide. Walk around to the left side, left short edge of your mat. Adjust your feet there as you need. Come into a lunge. Feel free to drop the knee to the floor here. And then as you inhale, twist to your left. Hold the belly in. Keep the legs really still. So you're always squeezing the thighs towards each other. Bring the hand down to the floor. As you do that, you're going to swap. So you're going to lift the other arm up. You may need to take your hand onto your shin or somewhere on your leg or even your elbow for support. But you're still in a lunge, so your hip has not opened. Come back down. Swap the arms. Breathe in. Left arm up, twist to the left. Breathe out, hand down. Breathe in. Lift the right arm up and back. So only take it as far as you can without your hips twisting. Exhale, return back. One more, breathing in. Twist to the left. Push your right shoulder forwards. Breathing out, hand down. Breathing in, lift. Right arm. So it's an open twist. Breathe out, hand down. From there, place your foot to the floor. Extended warrior two. So the right arm is going to reach over your ear. Hang on, let me just put my belly away. Or hand can stay on the ankle of floor. Sun warrior. Keep the legs still, just move the arms. Side bending over towards the right. Bend the knee, come back down, extended warrior. Sorry, the knee was already bent, I didn't mean that. I meant to say shift over to the other side. Nice, try and keep your inner thighs spreading wide as we transfer over to sun warrior. Back to extended warrior. How is your legs doing? Turn to lunge. And then pull the hip back into pyramid. So again, you can have the knee down like we did before. See if you can lift the toes. So you're on the heel of your foot, as in the front foot. Lift the toe, so my hand isn't totally in the way of my foot then, isn't it? Lift your toes of the front foot. Rock back. Yeah. Turn back to the long edge of your mat, forward fold. Turn to the right short edge of your mat, lunge. So again, you can choose to drop the knee down, especially if it feels strong in this position. But screw the front foot into the floor. Make sure your legs stay solid, still, immovable as you twist towards your right. Engage into the muscles, connecting to the muscles into your torso. Top shoulder pulls back, bottom shoulder pushes forwards. Return the hand down to the floor. Swap sides. If you want to place your hand on the floor but you can't quite reach, fill the space with something. Put your hand on the block. Make it feel more comfortable. Remember, hip is square to the floor. Squeeze the thigh from the kneecap of the lengthened leg. Changing sides. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out to return. Breathing in to open. Breathing out to return. One more each side. Breathing in. Remember, don't let the legs move. Breathing out lower. One more. Breathing in. Open twist. Nicely done. Remember, don't let the knee move. Push your knee out. Yep. Hand down. Take your left foot to the floor. Lift the arch of the foot. Extended warrior two. So elbow to knee. Hand to floor, your choice. Sun warrior. Keep the bend in your right knee, even though it may be painful now. Nice extended warrior. Feeling light in the upper body. If you want an extra bit, like we did earlier, hand can reach through. I forgot that on the other side. Sun warrior on the inhale. Squeeze your left thigh from the kneecap so your left leg is strong. Extended warrior. Lift hip up and over. Find as much exaggeration as you can. One more, sun warrior. Push down out equally with the feet. Nice. Extended warrior. Turn into lunge. Pyramid. Dragging the hips back, lifting the right toes off the floor. Keeping the hips as square as possible. If you need to walk the back foot in to make it feel comfortable, then do so. If you want to use things to lift you up higher, then you can. Or just get really into it. See where it goes. See where you can go. Make your way back into wide-legged forward fold. Again, have a little wriggle of your hips side to side. Staying in the fold as much as you can as you do that. And then drop your knees down to the floor and take a seat. Or make your way to the ground anywhere you wish. Are we quite open through the hips yet? Stretch your left leg out in front of you, cross your right foot over the outside of your left knee. When you're there, hug your knee in and twist towards the right side. Evenly weight both of your sit bones. And then reach out of the heel and the ball of the foot of the left leg. Reach it. Coming back to the front. Choices here, you can keep the leg where it is, or slide the knee to stack across the body so it stacks over the other knee. You can tuck the foot back if that works better as well. And then just take a little fold forwards. You may deepen the stretch in the hamstring. You may notice it more in your outer glute. You may notice it more in your back, wherever you feel tight. Gently rise. Take hold of your right foot with your left hand. Lift it on the diagonal. Knee can bend here as much as you wish. And then twist again towards your right side. Right hand can lift, right hand can be on the floor for support. Gently release, swap the legs. Right leg anchors. Keep this active by flexing that foot. Take the right foot, left foot over to the outside of the right knee. Settle your sit bones. Hug the leg in. Twist. Pulling abdominals in to lift up before you turn. Can you use your strength to create more range? Unravel. Take your, either stay there and lean forwards. Take the foot to the right side a little bit more, so the knee drops down. If it doesn't quite stack over the bottom knee, doesn't matter, you can still come forwards and create that outer glute stretch. If you need more, adjust your foot so it almost tucks into the opposite hip. Gently rise. Take hold of the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand. Lift the leg on the diagonal. Again, you can choose to bend the knee. So again, sit tall, twist towards the left. Keep pressing the back of your right leg down on the floor. So pushing down helps you to gain that control to rotate even further. Also gently release. Or we're going to finish in a glute stretch. So take, it doesn't matter which side you do first. So I'm finding 90-90 position with the hips, folding forwards, or squaring the hips to the floor. Or you can even lay on your back and go for that option if you wish. Whichever one gives you the best feeling. And take the time to wriggle. Find that spot where you need to be. If you want the quad stretch, bend the back knee. Find the foot with either hand, whichever one allows you to stay stable. If you've got hold of the foot, let it go. Gently push yourself up away from the floor. And transition over to the other side. You can just swap the legs there if you wish. You don't have to walk to the other side of your mat. Perhaps try a place that you haven't quite tried before in this position. Maybe you can walk the foot up closer to where your hands are before you settle down into the fold. Tiny little changes can open the world. If you want to add in the quad stretch, bend the back leg, reach behind, find the foot. And where can you relax? Maybe it's your jaw, your forehead, your shoulders. Maybe it's a little bit too intense and you need to relax where the stretch is. Just taking 3 more breaths. And then you let go of the foot first if you're holding it. Push yourself up away from the floor. Spin your legs around in front of you. Roll down onto your back. And then keeping the feet and the knees hip distance apart. Just let the knees roll from side to side. And then if you need anything else in your practice before you relax, You're welcome to just do it. And then as soon as you're ready, settle into a comfortable position. Notice how your breath feels in your stomach. Notice how your breath feels in your lungs. Notice how your breath feels in your hips. Notice how your breath feels in your legs and your feet. Notice how the only movement there is the movement of your breath. Just taking one deep breath in, one more deep breath in. Finding a little tiny bit of energy. Just to welcome a little bit moving back into the fingers, into the toes. Maybe you stretch one leg out a little further than the other. And start to move however your body instinctively needs to move. And in your own time, in your own way, make your way back up seated.